wearing a hoodie today, which means I'm an official Smart Buster. Yeah. No, not really. That's the dumbest thing I ever read on this channel. Everybody who says that we rip off the Smart Busters, I just don't see it. It makes no sense because literally all we do is sit here and talk about the same opinion that the Smart Busters have about wrestling. Is it wrong in society to share the same opinion about people? And I am part of the Smart Club. And you know what the first rule about Smart Club is? You don't talk about Smart Club. And in that club, it's okay for me to make a few jokes along the lines that the Smart Busters make, right? Yeah. Because their jokes are pretty funny, so I'm just going to be a total bitch and rip them off. And bring them over here. You people enjoy it most of the time, so I don't see what the fucking problem is. Anyways, pay-per-view review time on the channel. It's the fucking Payback 2017 review. This was the worst show I've ever seen in my life, and I almost thought about committing suicide after it. It was so unbelievably bad. Like, there's bad wrestling pay-per-views where I'm like, well, whatever. At least there's some hope. There was no hope after this one. There was nothing slightly positive to look back on. Nothing, not a single thing. I turned the shit on early. Why, I don't know, but the kickoff show was on. And the Autistics were fighting the club in a very exciting matchup. You had fucking Enzo and Cass come out, and Cass was like, we ain't grilled chicken, beef chicken, douche chicken, bitch chicken. I don't fucking know what the fuck they were talking about, but it was fucking retarded. And the club, the team that's wrestled all over the world, and they're legitimate badasses, Luke Gallows got rolled up by Enzo Amore, and he lost. So that validates the club status here in the company. Then we had Miz TV with Finn Balor. And I heard the gayest line ever in this whole Miz TV segment. Miz was asking, what is this? What is this? Referring to the fans. The 1,000 marks who were cheering Balor. And Balor replies, it's Balor Club. So, Finn Balor kicks the Miz's ass because that's what happens every single Miz TV show. Except, it's not believable when Finn Balor does it because he's like half the size of Miz. Whatever. And that's great. I'm glad that Finn Balor versus the Miz is going to be a feud on my program. That's a great feud that will get people invested. And for all those idiots out there who fucking are posting on fucking 401 Mania and Wrestling Forum and all your other sites, they need to bring Miz back to SmackDown because they're ruining him on Raw. It's the same shit. It's literally the same shit with different people. What are you complaining about? Show opens up with a match, and the match was Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Nobody cared about it at WrestleMania. Nobody cared about it here. It was the same boring, it's a great, awesome match, and Chris Jericho won. So what was the point of making Kevin Owens win last month of the pay-per-view? And I know what you idiots are going to say. They wanted Jericho on SmackDown. Okay, if they wanted Jericho on SmackDown, there was a superstar shakeup for a reason. Literally, all they did was to do this to give Jericho another meaningless title reign for no reason. And to get Kevin Owens a, I'm face of America for a month. And now I'm not the champion anymore. I really suck. Yeah, Kevin Owens lost another fucking feud. Are you happy? This is what Kevin Owens is, everybody. He comes in, I'm gonna change things. And then he loses every single feud he's in. He lost this one. But he won at Mania. Okay, guess what? Whatever, nobody cared at Mania anyway. You fail to understand that that's not how the business works. Don't just win at Mania and it's all okay when he comes back the next month and loses to the same guy he won against at Mania. Next match was like the Cruiserweight match. It was Aries and Neville. Stupid. Cruiserweights are terrible. I hate Neville. Aries is just so ruined at this point that I can't talk about it. It was the same. Oh my god, look at the flippy doos that they don't do match and then they do submissions for 24 hours because it's a Cruiserweight match. And Neville, of course, because he's evil, had to fucking beat up the referee to retain the championship. Cool, whatever. Don't care. Nobody cares about the cruiserweights. Please stop this feud. Next match was the tag team match, the Hardys, Cesaro, and Sheamus. The only thing that pisses me off about this is that if this was given a proper story, this would have been match of the night. Because honestly, it was a good match. Hardy, Sheamus, Cesaro, they're all fine workers, and they were able to put on a good match. The issue is, 1, Sheamus, 2, no story, 3, you ruined Cesaro, so nobody cared. Maybe if you would have built Cesaro up, and maybe if you wouldn't have made Sheamus such a big, dumb retard, people would actually care. And maybe if you gave this match an actual story before it happened. No, you decided to give the match story after the Hardys win, when Sheamus and Cesaro beat them up. I'm tired of this code of honor bullshit. They should have been doing that for weeks now. Now all of a sudden, oh, that's a change of attitude. No, it's a change in bullshit. Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. Alexa Bliss is the hottest women's wrestler on the whole roster. There's no debate. No debate whatsoever. Bayley is the ugliest out of the whole roster. No debate. This match was a women's match, so there's no reason to care. No reason to watch. There's no storyline. The one positive is that Alexa Bliss actually won. So thank God Alexa Bliss won, and because it was in Bayley's hometown, and all these Bayley marks out there are upset now. They're like, fuck this company for not letting anybody win in their hometown. Yeah, guess what? It doesn't fucking matter because they're telling their own story and they don't fucking care about what the fuck you think. And Alexa Bliss is also the champion now, and she's the hottest woman on the roster, so I kind of have a reason to be invested a little bit, but I really don't because it's still the woman. Fifth match, I think, was the beginning of the House of Horrors match. This was the worst shit I've ever seen before in my life. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, but you loved all the Hardy stuff. Okay, there's a difference. The Hardy stuff was on, 1, TNA. So anything TNA does, it has to be comical. 2, the stuff they did was actually funny and entertaining. And 3, you actually looked at it and it made sense. They had a legit story and a reason for it happening. Oh, Matt Hardy wanted to get rid of his brother because he felt like his brother was overshadowing him. Sure, it's a story that revolves around time and it's always been done, but at least it's a story. What the fuck was the story between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton? Hey, Randy, I'm gonna get my retribution, get my payback for you beating me at Scaramania and making me look like a fat retard. But I don't want my championship back. I just want to beat you up inside my house. That doesn't make sense. And then the other problem with it is that they wanted you to take it seriously. This isn't a serious thing. This shouldn't be taken seriously. Look at what Bray's doing. No, they're fighting inside of a house. This is worse than when fucking Randy Orton and Triple H fought inside Orton's house. I think it was Orton's house. Maybe it was Triple H's house. I don't really remember because that feud was trash. But still, point remains. What the fuck was the point of this? And from a storyline point, it made no sense. Why did Bray Wyatt want to fight Randy Orton in this house? What advantage did it give him? It gave him no advantage whatsoever. Literally, they had the same exact fucking brawl they would have had in a backstage street fight. It was the same shit. Just, it was contested inside of a house. And it's even stupider because the limousine's pulling up. Randy Orton has to drive to this house in a limousine. He's wearing pants and he has no shirt on. So he's like, why? Hello, Bray. I'm coming to your house in this limousine. And I'm going to come beat you up inside your house. Why? I don't know. And then it's stupider because when Bray Wyatt came to the arena in the limousine, Bray Wyatt has teleporting powers, but he needs to take a limousine to get to the fucking arena, killing everything about him that you tried making me believe in. He comes back, makes his entrance for no reason, and then when the lights go off, or come back on, Randy Orton slithering behind him. What the fuck was this? Well, how did that happen? Last I saw Randy Orton, he got a fridge on top of him. Now all of a sudden he's slithering up behind Bray Wyatt in the arena. How? What storyline sense did it make? I know what you're gonna say. Oh, well, you didn't enjoy that, but you enjoyed Matt Hardy and Abyss fighting all the way to the Orlando Eye. Once again, that was comical. This was supposed to be taken seriously, and a serious standpoint, it made no sense. And then the worst part of it all is Bray Wyatt won, which may be the scariest horror out of this whole match. But you know how he won? He won because he got the help of Jinder Mahal and his goons. Keep note, everybody. Bray Wyatt to win a match in 2017 needs the help of Jinder Mahal and his goons. Disgusting. This was the worst match I've ever seen before in my life, and I'm never going to watch it again. Whoever put this together should feel ashamed, especially because Matt Hardy was in the company. All you had to do was let him book the match. That's all it took. All you had to do was let him tell Randy and Bray what to do, and it would have been perfect. Instead, we got this bullshit. Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe, it was a Raw main event on a pay-per-view. That's the issue these days. They give us these long, boring matches on Raw, so when the pay-per-views come along, we get the same exact match, and there's no care, no effort, and it's the same bullshit. Seth Rollins won because big guys always lose. And then in the main event, Roman Reigns lost to Braun Strowman in a fucking regular match, because that's what needs to happen after you fucking almost kill someone. And one, it was stupid because everyone's like, they finally put Braun over clean. They finally put Braun over clean, man. No, they didn't. Roman Reigns was half injured. How is that putting him over clean? How the fuck? If I was going to say, wow, I want to be a tough guy in life, so I need to find someone to beat up to show someone I'm tough. Why would I beat up the crippled man? If I want to prove I'm a tough guy, I'm going to beat another good tough guy in a brutal fight. Braun Strowman, monster among men, who's twice my size, decides, I need to beat up Roman Reigns with bandages all over him to prove I'm a beast and win cleanly. And the worst part of it all is, he went 50-50 with him still. So the guy in band-aids, nearly almost dead, can almost beat Braun Strowman. How does that make him look strong? Makes him look like a fucking retard. Especially because, one, he also lost to Kalisto in the dumpster match on Raw. And two, he couldn't even beat Sami Zayn in 10 minutes. Fucking stupid. And the worst part was, after Braun Strowman won, he injures Reigns. And, Reigns is bleeding. Boo-hoo. The post-show comes on. And if you're a regular fan, you stop watching at this point. But I'm a dumbass, so I keep watching. And guess what happens? Roman Reigns gets the upper hand. This fucking dumbass, Braun Strowman, he's like, I'm gonna finish with you. As Roman's getting into the fucking ambulance. And his dumb, comical dumbass runs into the ambulance door as Roman Reigns moves out of the way. It was like a fucking cartoon. And then Roman Reigns was bleeding from the mouth and he's getting to the end. It was like, believe that. Believe that. Bah. This was the worst pay-per-view ever. There are no words to describe how terrible the show was. Don't go out of your way to watch it. Don't try to throw me this bullshit. Oh, it was good. Don't try to tell me Don't try to tell me House of Horrors was good. Don't try to tell me they made Braun Strowman look strong. Don't try to tell me anything. This pay-per-view did absolutely nothing. It did not affect a single thing. You know what changed? Alexa Bliss won the championship. That's it. That's all that happened. You know what they say, Joe. Payback's a bit. Actually, this video. Videos get more views when they go on for 15 minutes. So you all can just look at me for the next 15 minutes while I do whack-ball things. So you want an update on a video? There may be an Impact review this week. Maybe. No, because I'm starting to give up on Impact because none of you watch those videos anyway. No, I'll still do it. Whatever, it's fine. I don't have a life anyway. There's not going to be a Raw review, so don't expect that. I think this week is the week I'm going to do a Miz rant. Maybe, possibly, because I'm getting sick of seeing this fake Miz praise on the internet. It's bullshitting me. And I'm sick and tired of, well, he's really improved his character. No, he's the same Miz. He's always been the same Miz. Stop fake praising him, you fucking dumbasses. And, that Nakamura Backlash poster, that's really gay. Whoever put that together needs to go die. I don't know if it's on the poster or on the promo, but Nakamura won't ever be as huge of a draw as Cena, and trying to build him up as level 1 is just fucking stupid. So please stop. Japs don't draw that much. Middle fingers.